What if I told you that gratitude changes everything? Not some things, but everything, to more peace, power, and appreciation. In this video, I'm going to give you every possible reason for you to adopt the attitude and the habit of gratitude as a way of life in everything that you do. What are the reasons then for practicing gratitude? Let's just take a look at a few of them. 1. Gratitude creates happiness, and this is automatic. The minute you are grateful for anything, you increase the happiness quotient in your life. It is impossible to be in despair and grateful. It is impossible to worry and be grateful. It is impossible to be unforgiving and grateful. Grateful is the antidote to all unhappiness. You immediately get the benefit of more peace and more happiness once you adopt the posture of gratitude. Number 2, gratitude opens up your creativity for problem solving. If you are in a spirit of gratitude, your mind and spirit is open up to creative solutions and inspirations that come to you easily, that would not normally come to you when your mind would be blocked with worry, problems, and concern. So gratitude opens up your mind to creative solutions where you get what I like to call the aha experience and get the answer to something that has been troubling you. 3, gratitude reduces stress and improves your health. Gratitude reduces high blood pressure, tension, headaches, and all other physical ailments that are a result of worry and stress. Gratitude improves your sleep, improves the way you wake up, and in summary, improves your total health situation. 4, gratitude gives meaning to the miracle of life's smallest things. Once you adopt the idea of being grateful for everything, big and small, even the smallest of experiences that you normally take for granted take on new meaning that you enjoy. I remember the other day I was walking down the street and I saw these, I think they call them carpenter ants, in this row carrying leaves on their backs. I was fascinated by this. I was fascinated by the beauty of this, watching how with such order and precision each one of these carpenter ants were carrying this leaf on their backs. I remember that same day I walked into a supermarket and I heard the laughter of a 3-year-old that sounded like celestial music in the air. As I continued to walk, I felt the breeze against my skin and the smell of a jasmine garden coming into my nostrils. And I appreciated this and I enjoyed this and I said, wow, this is wonderful. This is what I call gratitude for the smallest things of life, which give more meaning to those things that we experience on a daily basis but are unconscious to because we're so wrapped up in our minds with worry and focused on those things that really are passing and don't really matter. 5, gratitude creates patience. And this is very important when we are about the task of achieving many things that require such patience, including being patient with the people that we love, being able to forgive those mistakes that they make, and the little quirks and idiosyncrasies that our loved ones have. We are able to become patient and make allowances and allow ourselves to love that person even more. Gratitude can do this for us as well. 6, gratitude creates faith and trust in God. This is very important because to whom are you grateful? That is one of the things that we need to ask ourselves. And whether we realize it or not, we are being grateful to something that's greater than ourselves, even if we don't want to come out and openly declare that. And to that which we are grateful responds back to us in kind and gives us the type of emotional and spiritual support that we need. Thus, gratitude creates faith and trust in that which we call God. And let me say something right now before we go any further. Gratitude is not a feeling. Let me repeat that. Gratitude is not a feeling. Gratitude is a decision. Gratitude is a decision made each and every day. A decision that results in us being happier and more peaceful. Gratitude is much like love. Love has a misconception of what it really is, and I want to dispel the whole idea of what love is right now. Gratitude is like love. And what do I mean by that? Love is not an emotion or a romantic feeling. Love, true love, is a decision to love. Let me repeat that. Love, true love, is a decision to love in spite of any artificially pre-established conditions. When you love someone in spite of their shortcomings, it is a decision to love. It's not a feeling. So understand once and for all that love, true love, is a decision and not an emotion, just as is gratitude. 7, gratitude strengthens your resolve and resilience to continue your purpose, to pursue when you are not seeing immediate results. Many times we become discouraged on the path of achieving an important goal because somewhere in the middle, after the initial excitement has worn off, we don't see immediate results. And the tendency is that there may be an inclination to say, well, maybe this wasn't the right path. Maybe I should give up. Maybe I should stop. Maybe I should not even continue wasting my time because I don't see the results. Well, this is a mistake to give up too soon. But being grateful that you still have the strength and the willingness to continue and give it one more try allows you to have a renewed perseverance and persistence to move forward. Gratitude for the ability to have one more day can give you the resolve and the resilience that you need to move on one more time. So, how do you practice gratitude? Well, gratitude can be practiced written or verbal. I like to say one of the best ways to practice gratitude is to create a ritual for this upon awakening. You get a notepad and a pen and you write down at the beginning of the day 3 things for which you're grateful, and then say those 3 things out loud. They can be different things each day, or they can be some of the same things repeated each day. The idea is that you want to write down 3 specific things for which you are grateful, and then read those 3 things aloud, and then you can begin your day. Now, the other way to practice gratitude is all throughout the day. So you have this one period of the day which you set aside in the morning to write down 3 things for which you're grateful, but then you can practice gratitude all during the day. And let's take the case about when you find yourself in a truly frustrating situation. Okay, let's say you're in a traffic jam and you need to get to an appointment and you can't, and it's very frustrating. Can you feel grateful in this particular situation? What if at work you are not able to hand in a necessary report on time? Are you to be grateful about this as well? And let's say take an unexpected breakup with your partner. Can you be grateful for this as well? Well, let me give you a suggestion. Enter the technique of power questions combined with gratitude, and you will find that this is a way out that you had never anticipated before. For example, let's say in the 3 examples we just gave, a traffic jam. Normally you'd get frustrated and not feel anything grateful about this particular situation. But with the technique of power questions, and I'm going to give you 2 power questions that I want you to remember forever, whenever you find yourself in a challenging situation, and you will see a shift in the experience of what you're going through. Because it is not what happens to you, but it is your interpretation of what happens to you that makes you feel the way you feel. In the case of the traffic jam, the power question to ask in this particular situation would be, what can I learn from this? Now, I want that to sink in. I want that to sink in for a moment. You're in this situation, the traffic jam, a late report, an unexpected breakup with your partner. You ask yourself the question, even writing it down would be even more effective. What can I learn from this? And allow yourself to think of what it is that you could learn from this. You could learn that detachment is more important than worrying about a traffic jam. You can learn that a late report just means that better preparation would be necessary for the next time. Break up with the partner. What could you learn from this? That this person was not meant for you in the first place. So the second power question is there anything, even one tiny thing in this situation I can be grateful for? And what you can be grateful for is whatever it is that you saw, that you learned from this, that you could learn from this. So if the first question, you find something that you can learn from this situation, that is the thing for which you can be grateful. So you see how the combination of the 2 power questions work? First, you ask yourself, what can I learn from this? If it's a frustrating situation, you give yourself an answer of what it is that you could possibly be learning. Once you see what it is that you can possibly be learning from this, the second part is to be grateful for that which you saw you were learning. Remember the second question asked, is there anything, even one tiny thing in this situation I can be grateful for? Learning something so that you don't have to repeat the same situation again is for that which you can be grateful. Okay, so now we can see that gratitude changes everything. Gratitude transforms everything. So, how does gratitude transform your life? Gratitude transforms your outer world through the beauty and peace that you create in your inner world by your decision to be grateful. This is yours truly, Charles Prosper, your consistency success coach. Wishing you, as always, to stay consistent and be successful.